Howdy Rankers, welcome back. Got a lot of fantastic responses from the show last week about the US presidential election and specifically poor old John McCain's video that was less than flattering. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, just go and Google McCain's YouTube problem and you will find the video we're talking about. When I recorded the show last week, it had something like 700,000 views in less than 24 hours. Today when I looked at it, it had over 1.4 million, so still growing strong on that one. Okay, tonight, back to the same, well, not to the same, but having a look at something that a lot of people just don't think about, and that is keyword analysis. I know we've talked about it before, but keyword analysis is just so important. Yeah, you know, for John McCain, if I was him, I'd be trying to rank for US president or something like that. But look, let's just type a phrase in, one at random. Let's just say buy and sell dogs. Why? I shall explain. Buy and sell dogs. The number one result is the trading post. Now, in case you're unfamiliar with the trading post, overseas viewers, the Trading Post is an institution in Australia. It's been around for years, and it's a newspaper essentially that came out weekly. A couple of years ago, it was bought by Telstra for about $7 squillion, and it's number one for buy and sell dogs. Now, buy and sell dogs. You wouldn't think there was a big market in that, but apparently it's massive. Otherwise, why would the Trading Post be trying to rank for buy and sell dogs? They are. And you might think it's just a fluke. No, it's a deliberate attempt. Okay, we're going to have a look at the Trading Post site over here, and you know, can't see anything obvious that says that they're trying to rank for buy and sell dogs. However, when we look at their code, now don't freak out on me, it's just a bit of code. And when we look at their code, we see lots of white space, which firstly is bad. We scroll down till we finally get to some code up here. And they've got their content management system nicely entered in there so everyone can see what content management system they're using. And then here in this thing called the title, they've set up a meta. I see this quite often, and I think it's a completely useless waste of time. But they've set up a meta tag called title. Silly, but anyway. And I'm pointing at the screen. Does that help? You will see here they've got in there buy and sell dogs. Why does anyone want to rank for buy and sell dogs? I wouldn't think that they appreciate with age. Certainly mine don't. They get less mobile and they become more costly to maintain. So buy and sell dogs. This is a classic example of bad key phrase targeting. And you can see further down the page there, they've got buy and sell dogs there again in the description tag. Now your description tag is typically what will appear in the Google search results pages. Okay, that's your opportunity to encourage someone to click and come to your site. So you know they're obviously trying to target the people who are interested in buying dogs and then selling dogs for a profit. And here we can see their keyword meta tag. Let me just make that a little bit bigger for you so you can actually see what I'm talking about. The keyword meta tag here is pretty much yeah, I'd like to say bastardized, but I probably wouldn't say that on my show, so I won't. But you can see here keywords, right? That's your meta tag. Then we've got all this white space until we finally get to a comma, which is their first keyword. Their second keyword is another comma. And then we have and at Trading Post. Ugh, yuck. It's really bad use of your meta tags. Now, a lot of people might not think that meta tags are that important. They are. They tell the search engine something about your page, and in there you should be putting your main key phrases and your main other keywords that you're trying to target. Okay. Now here's one that we did earlier for someone else who one of our clients, and this is what you need to look at with any campaign, all right? Any campaign that you are doing, whether it be online or of course offline, you need to look at things like this. Now I'm just going to reduce the size of that so we can get it into the frame. And what you need to look at is things like your, how many, this is a car dealership, a Melbourne car dealership, and we targeted the, not only the brands of cars, but also the model numbers and very specific things. Think about what people are typing in, right? When you're looking for a car, you're looking for a Ford Mustang 1970 whatever, or whatever the sort of car is that you're looking for. These guys happen to be prestige car dealers. So what we look at is how many sales inquiries did they get from Google over the course of a month. They had 18 sales inquiries. They've told us that their average close rate of someone who actually takes the time to fill out a form on their website is about 1 in 10, conservatively. You know, they like it to be a lot higher, of course. Because if someone's taken the time to fill out a form, they've displayed a lot of interest. I mean, they're qualifying themselves, aren't they? So their average sale value is $50,000 for a car. So then you can say, well, the value of that lead, if you're closing 1 in 10, is $5,000 per lead. So if you're getting 18 leads per month, then you're making $90,000 a month from your website. Make sense? Simple. Try doing that with billboard advertising, radio advertising, television advertising. You know, half the time people can't remember where they found out. And also, with this calculation here, we're not taking into account phone calls. We do have a product where people can monitor the phone calls that are generated from the website, or you know, if they get the phone number from the website. This particular client doesn't use that service, but you can see here, you know, service bookings. This is an actual booking, so you know, a 90% close rate. It's probably higher than that. Average sale value for a service booking is about $500. So we're saying the lead value is $450 or $6,300 for the month from the website. And then there's various others, which we're, you know, 10 other leads looking at other things, and we're saying like spare parts, that sort of stuff, and we're saying it's worth $500 to them. So in total, you know, the value of their website for that month is just under $100,000. And that is the calculation that you need to apply to whether you're doing online search marketing, whether you're doing Google AdWords, but we do this with the organic. And then of course, you have to look at the investment of what was spent making that happen and work out whether the return on investment is worth it. Now, that car dealership paid us considerably less than $100,000 for that month. So they're doing okay on their ROI. Now, in case I'm just going to have a quick look at that John McCain video to see how that's gone since this morning. We're at 1.3 million this morning. So I'm just going to go and Google not buy and sell dogs anymore, because you know that's a crowded market as far as I'm concerned, and I really don't want to compete in it. But I do want to go and see what McCain's YouTube problem. I'm going to have a look and see how many hits he's got, and I just want to basically show you what video, how important video is getting these days. So it's fallen out of, pages from Australia. Well, that's not going to find it, is it? YouTube's in the US. So we're going to have a look. Here it is, YouTube. Here it is. Number 1 for McCain's YouTube problem. We go to the site now. I don't want to play the video because I've already seen it, and quite frankly, we're just under 1.4 million viewers. That's a lot. All right, well, that's it for this week. Bit of fun having a look at poor old John McCain on YouTube, and also the poor old trading post and the key. Well, look, but that trading post example, that's just the tip of the iceberg of the problems, because, well, there's a whole raft of things. We might make a series out of it. We'll come back and have a look at the trading post some other time. But if you've got any questions or you want to see anything answered on the show, just shoot them through, and we will endeavour to get them on and hopefully answer some of your questions. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.